Hey, good morning, everybody. Um, I am hopping on here because I have a few things I want to say. I'm going to start off by saying, can we all just stop for a moment and appreciate Shawn Ryan coming out and just like straight up being like, I don't sue me if you want to, but no, I will not stop talking about the people that are harming these kids. I mean, thank you. It is, I mean, it's sad to say that it is so sad. I mean, it's sad to say that there's been so much evil going on that it's like a breath of fresh air. It's like a cool, crisp drink of water. Like I've been dehydrated or walking in the desert. To hear somebody come out and just be like, yeah, no, there are some things that are worth more than money, you know? Because in this day and age, it almost seems as though anyone and anything can be bought, right? And I'm just like, it's good to know that there are still people in the world that exist who have morals, who stand for something, who would walk away with nothing if it meant that they saved a child or multiple children. But even if one child is spared or saved or unharmed, it's worth it. It's worth it. Okay? And then that leads me into my next thing. I have a feeling that some of my videos, because one of them has like a ton of views and then the rest of them just don't. And one of my videos has a lot of content talking about this kind of stuff. Talking about what we're seeing in Minneapolis and talking about how I think they're trying to distract us from something more. And you know, of course, then there's the files and everything. But it's like, it's not really gaining much traction. So I feel like YouTube is probably censoring that or not letting people see it as it's not showing up in the algorithm or whatever. So, but that's a problem. I mean, why can't we talk about it? I've seen influencers having to come up with nicknames for the guy in the files. So I'm going to say the guy in the files because we all know who I'm talking about. And I can't say the name because I'm afraid that when I do, that's why my videos aren't being shown or gaining much traction. So I'm going to be a lot more careful with my words here. But that's part of the problem. That's part of the problem is the fact that, like, you need to... I mean, like I was saying in my first video, or my second video, about the whole free speech thing. Is there really free speech? I mean, yeah, I guess they're not taking down the videos. So, I mean, it's not like they're like, oh, well, we're not letting you not say it. Just, we're making it so no one can see it. So, it's a little frustrating. But yeah, so in a world full of Jay-Z's, let's just say that, in a world full of Jay-Z's, be a Shawn Ryan. Okay, be a Shawn Ryan. And if you haven't seen that video where he's talking about how, I think it's camp, I can't pronounce the name, but there's some camp. And I didn't see the video I saw that it was put up. He was talking to a lady about this camp where children are being abused. And I didn't watch it, and here's why. Because there's so much of that on the internet right now. There is so much of that to the point where, I needed to take a break. I do plan on watching it at some point, and you know what? I would like to encourage others too. It gets heavy seeing this stuff. And I'm not saying to bury your head in the sand and not care, because I think that we should now more than ever. However, it does get to a point where it gets so heavy that you do need to take a break for your own mental health. You know, you're no help to nobody if you drive yourself crazy or if you put yourself into a depression because you are consuming nothing but negative material constantly. It's just like, you know, like our law enforcement or people who go into situations where they see things that they can't unsee, and it affects them psychologically, sometimes for the rest of their life. So with that, I say, you know, if you need to take a break from seeing that kind of stuff, and then I think you should. I think it's okay to step back and be like, I really want to watch this episode because I need to know what's going on, or I'd like to know what's going on so that, you know, I can advocate for others or even protect my own kids just by knowing this information, of course. But when it gets to a point when it's like all day, every day, that's all that's being posted and that's all that's being talked about, and you're just sad and sick to your stomach all day, every day, I mean, we have to take a break sometimes, and that's okay. And so I haven't seen it yet because there's been so much I mean, I still haven't recovered from the episode he did where he was exposing like the Roblox stuff, and we're going to get into that here in a second. But so I haven't gotten to that yet, but I plan on it. But he interviewed this lady about this camp, and I guess the people that run the camp were hired a lawyer to go after him and get him to, you know, he's telling me, oh, you need to stop talking about it, you need to take things out of the video, and you need to apologize. And he just was like, just straight up was like, no. And like I said, I'm in a world full of Jay-Z's via Shawn Ryan. But yeah, if you haven't seen that video, I'll link it below so you can go watch it. I think it's amazing. And then into that Roblox whole situation here. So is it just me, or what? I gotta ask a question. Where is Thomas Medlin? Where is Thomas? Do we need to start a campaign where we're like going around all day, every day, and just like, you know how people were like, where's the files? We want to see the files. I want to see people all up and down their timelines. I want to see, where is Thomas? There's a kid, I think he's 15. His name's Thomas Medlin. His mom was on Fox. His mom was on Chris Hansen. Chris Hansen interviewed her. She was going around doing interviews because her son is missing. He was missing for 2 weeks at the time, and that was last week. There hasn't been an update. So I don't know if he's been found. I would assume if he had been found, there would have been an update on that. But I don't think that he's been found. The last known place that he was at, I believe, was a train station. And I could be wrong on this, but somewhere in New York or Brooklyn or something. He left school. He told his friends at school that he was going to meet up with somebody that he was talking to on Roblox. Okay? And that's important because Roblox, at least from my understanding recently, especially after watching the Shawn Ryan episode on it, and if you haven't seen that, I will be linking that below because everybody should be seeing that. Everybody should be seeing that. And if you watch that video and you still allow your kids on that platform, I don't know what else I can do to help you or these kids, because it is, I mean, it's a known thing now. And I get it, there's a certain generation of people that aren't tech savvy and they don't understand the stuff, but with that in mind, I will say, if you aren't tech savvy, if you're a parent and you're of a generation, and this is coming from a generation that is, we are like I'm millennial. So we grew up with all the tech. We were learning how to type on the computer in school. We're the generation of that. So I'm pretty tech savvy myself. And I struggle with some of this stuff, okay? But with that, if you are not tech savvy and you don't understand these games and you don't understand how that happens, I encourage you to really, if you're going to look into anything, if you care about your kids, look into that. And if you don't have the time or you don't have the effort, then at least be responsible enough to not allow them to be on those platforms. Because if you don't have the ability to monitor, or you don't know how to monitor what is going on those games, it's terrible. And that's what we're seeing right here. We're seeing this kid Thomas Medlin. He was talking with somebody on Roblox, and now he's missing. And his mom, believe it or not, she said on the interview, I believe, that she's not really good with the tech stuff and all of that, but she had the parental controls on there. She had all of that, but she said he's so smart that he figured out how to set up his own Roblox without her knowing. And he actually had multiple accounts without her knowing. And she got in contact with the Roblox company, and they would not give her access to the accounts to look through the messages. Roblox wouldn't. Yes, you heard that correctly. Roblox would not allow a minor's parent access to the account. Instead, they said they looked into it and did not find anything that would suggest that he was meeting up with somebody. Okay. Yeah. So if you've been paying attention, if you've seen the Shawn Ryan episode where he talks about Roblox and all of that, you will know that Roblox has a history for protecting predators. I have to be careful with my words. That's the thing. It's like I really have to be careful with calling people, saying it as it is. It's insane to me. But so they have a history for that. There was people that were going around finding these people on Roblox. And let's remember here, this is a child's game. This is supposed to be for children. But adults get on here and start talking to kids, and they were finding these people and then like reporting them or whatever. And you'd think Roblox would be like, oh my gosh, thank you for bringing this to my attention. We will ban them. We will make it so they can't make another account again. Thank you. Is that what happens? No, they ban and block the people trying to find the predators. That's who they go after. So they are quite literally protecting the predators. And then, so we're supposed to believe that they looked into this and everything. It's almost as if they want those people on there. And to that, I ask, why? Why do you want or support this type of behavior? And here's the thing. Roblox, you would think like, oh, well, they can tell when stuff like that's happening. Like messages should be flagged. There should be admins. There should be moderators, right? And there is, I'm sure. But is anything happening about it? No, they're literally just allowing it. They're allowing it. So my next question then is why? Well, just like anything else. Why was the guy in the files doing what he was doing? Was he doing it just because he was sick in the head? I mean, yeah, part of the reason why is yeah, but no, I mean, obviously there's monetary value in that, right? If Roblox stopped, I mean, because the truth is that if Roblox stopped allowing this to happen, they probably would have less people consuming their content. And they don't want people knowing that that's what's going on, because if they did, nobody would let their kids on there. Right? So it's just crazy. Here's my theory. I have no proof of this. Obviously, it's just my opinion. It's just my thought that what could be happening is I think that they won't let Thomas's mom have access to these messages, because if they did, then they would see that that actually is maybe what happened, and then people would start boycotting, and like Roblox would probably get shut down. So they're like probably thinking, no, we just won't let you have access to this, and then we'll just delete it, and we'll say there was nothing going on. There was nothing going on because our site is safe. It's for kids. We monitor that kind of stuff. That would never happen on our site, right? It's sick. It's sick. And you know what? It goes even deeper than that, but I'm not going to go into it on this episode. But I'm telling you right now, like, it is just, it's sick. It's a sick. My advice is, even if you are tech savvy, I don't think anybody should be letting their kids use Roblox or anything like it. It is sick. It's sick. And here's, okay, call me crazy, and that's fine. People already do. But there's a theory, or there's a conspiracy theory. I've seen some people saying that maybe the guy in the files is still alive. And he never actually passed away, but he's alive and well. And there's, of course, no proof of this, but there's reason to believe, or evidence suggests, or whatever, that he may be alive. So, has anybody considered the fact, considering the whole Roblox thing I mentioned, and the fact that we still have missing kids every year, and a lot of them, mind you, what if the guy in the files is still operating, but out of, like, platforms like Roblox? Because you have to wonder, how are they getting away? And nobody's talking about it. Like, nobody is, except for maybe Shawn Ryan. But there is a lot of really bad stuff happening on that platform, and it's not, you would think it would be worldwide news. As a matter of fact, like I said, Thomas Medlin, he's been missing for like 3 weeks now. There was like one day where it was like all over the news, and then just gone. Not talking about it again. And then, furthermore, you have Roblox saying that they're not going to give his parents the account information, or let them access to the account. Why is there not serious outrage over that? Can you imagine? Your child is missing. Your child is missing, and you have reason to believe from children or friends at his school saying that he went to go meet up with somebody he was talking to on Roblox, and there's camera footage of him at a train station. You have reason to believe that there was something going on Roblox, and you contact the company. You are frantic, you're afraid, you're sick to your stomach, probably haven't slept, probably not eating. And you're begging, hoping, and pleading, and you're thinking, please, can I see the account? I need to see what my son was doing. And they're like, no, we can't give you access. Sorry. But we could tell you, we looked into it and there was nothing. I mean, I can't imagine. I can't imagine, because even if there was nothing, let's just say, I don't believe that, but let's just say that there was nothing. At least let them have the closure of seeing that for themselves. They don't need you. They know how to read, okay? They know how to look into that kind of stuff. Let them look for themselves and feel that closure of, okay, maybe that's not it. And then on top of that, they can maybe go a different direction to see if something else had happened to him, instead of wasting their time. That's assuming that there actually wasn't something going on there. But I mean, how disgusting. What kind of company does that? It's so frustrating. So that's what I'm saying. There's something wrong with this company. There's something fundamentally wrong there. To not allow the parents access to this account. There's something deeply wrong. Okay? That's my opinion on that. Let me know what you think in the comments. Because why are we not... There should be national outrage about that. And no, there isn't. I mean, there's literally... It was in the news for like a day. You see this... She's crying. I mean, she's saying... You know, she's telling the camera, she's telling the guy, please, just stay safe. You can come home. We're not mad at you. She starts crying. She's like, your cat misses you. He goes by the door every day waiting to see if you're going to come home. I mean, come on. He's missing and nobody's talking about it. Nobody. I want to know. I want an update. I want this kid to be found. And I want, if Roblox is hiding something about this kid, I want to know about it. I want to know about it, and every one of us should know about it, because it's Thomas Medlin today and it's going to be someone else's kid tomorrow. That's what you're not understanding. This is a big problem. So, but back to what I was saying, how does a platform like Roblox get that type of power where they can just deny letting a parent see? And first of all, you gotta ask yourself, why would they want to do that? Which I've kind of already explained why I think they would want to do that. But, so there's that. And then number two, where are they getting the money and power to be able to do this type of stuff? So, I'm just saying, I have questions for Roblox. I have questions, and I want answers. And I want to know where Thomas is. And I hope he's okay. So yeah. So kudos to Shawn Ryan for calling that out, for talking about Roblox, for letting parents know. And if you have any information about Thomas, please get in contact with authorities, or if you have any information at all, please get in contact with, notify your local authorities, or if you're able to get in contact with Thomas, his mom, or somehow, some way, please do so. I'm sure she's even more worried sick now. As we know, as the time passes, it's gut-wrenching. It's every second feels like hours, days. It's horrible. I can't even imagine what she's going through. So, but yeah, I'm not sure what else I was going to talk about other than, well, I mean, of course we have the files drop and all of these people that are implicated in them. I've heard that Jay-Z has now left the country. Surprise, surprise. I'm sure that won't be, that's not suspicious at all. I'm sure that won't be figured out. But anyway, I think I'll leave it at that. And I just hope that I've enlightened somebody to this Roblox thing. But